Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a sort of Fortnite tutorial kind of thingy, and I'm going to be teaching you how to get to the top 5. So I don't actually win this game, but that's mainly just because, like, I screwed up at the end, and I'll go through that later. But yeah, so what you want to do if you want to play this passive route is you want to go to just like a sort of building village kind of thingy where there isn't a lot of players. And yeah, so as you can see here, I get some okay weapons. I get a pump shotgun and I get a SMG. And as you see, I'm getting some ammo here. And then it's always important to get materials, of course. So I go do that. You want about 300 material or 200 to 300 material before you get into your first fight. Just because that's really important to get if you are going to be towering a lot and that kind of stuff. Because you will need to wall up and everything. So Retail Road is very close to me, but as I'm playing the passive route, I really don't want to get into like a busy town. So I just sort of stay away from there, and I go into this little house where I get myself some small shields and some extra ammo. A while later, I'm just sort of scavenging around, just looking for resources, and I spot a player. So I go shoot him for a while, and there's me with my awful accuracy, and then he noticed me. I wouldn't actually recommend doing that. Like, you gotta try and, try and get a hit, and if you realize that your hits aren't gonna work, then just stop, and sort of build up, and that's just kind of what I did here. So I do get a headshot on him, as you saw there, just while he's peeking out, but I also have to be very careful, just, in case he shoots me, and I made a silly mistake there when I jumped down. But as you saw, I got another headshot on him, so he's already quite low, so I know I have the advantage, so I can push a bit here. And so I quit my pump shotgun, and he clearly wasn't expecting this, so I could just easily get the headshot there. So when I pick up his loot, I get some really nice stuff. I got a scar, I get a sniper, and some extra medkits, and also a tac shotgun. And then I head over to this place. Can't remember what it's called, but it has quite a lot of stuff. And as I see someone there, and they don't seem to see me yet, so I get quite an easy body shot here, and that means they're literally only at 50 health and no shields. That's maybe even lower than that. So that means as you know, I've got the massive advantage here, so I can start sort of going in and. That's exactly what I do. I just sort of AR them a bit. You know, that's a really good weapon for medium range. So I get a few headshots, and then I get a body shot to finish him off. And he had some really nice stuff. He had a better pump, and he had a better sniper. So I shield up here. Always nice to have some spare shields on you, just in case you need them. And so what I'm doing here is I'm like sort of using this old base to my advantage. So this structure that's already been placed here, just like it's part of the map. I basically just sort of I destroy one of the walls and I place my own wall in there and edit that so that I have a little place where I can, just shoot out. And if you want to play this passive route, you will be doing all the camping, so it's not the most fun route, but if you want to get the win and you want to get those high places, because once you're in top 5, you need to start actually, playing the game properly. So I do spot someone here, once they start shooting at me. They weren't good at their accuracy very much, so I could easily get a few AR shots, and then I just finish them off with my pump and then attack. So we dropped a heavy shotgun, which is one of my favorite weapons. It's really good. He also dropped a chug. I don't actually drink that yet, though in hindsight, I probably should have actually drank that at that point, because I didn't actually have to use it, but whatever. I mean, it's done now, so I did actually drop my tac in replace for the small shield and the chug. So I'm skipping a bit ahead now. We're into the top 10, and that's literally how easy it is to get into the top 10. Like, I even went a bit aggressive for the passive route, so I got 3 kills, and yeah, like, you could easily do this without getting any kills. Well, probably like 1, actually. But yeah, it's actually really easy to get to the top 10 if you don't go too aggro and everything. So yeah, I'm basically going to just tell you what I'm thinking at this point. Here's a little strategy that I'm using. I'm using the edit mode to my advantage, so it's sort of like an invisible wall, but only one way because they can't see me. I do make a mistake here. Probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah. So yeah, this is a point in which is basically everyone's just sniping each other. Some people do go aggro, but it's very rare. But yeah, so once again, I wall up, I keep on building up because it's really important to have the height advantage in these games. That's like one of the big parts of Fortnite that you need to know. You know, you have to get the height advantage. And he starts like RPGing me, and at this point I'm like, yeah, I'm probably actually gonna get out, because the only way to counter an RPG is to just try and kill them before they can get you, but you know, I didn't do that very well. So you don't want to get too high to the point that if you do fall, then you'll take loads of full damage. See, I didn't take any full damage here. When you land, you want to try and stare. Okay, so yeah, I make another building here. I'm just going to speed up this clip because it's practically the same thing over and over again. I basically go for a few snipes if I can, and I make extra supports just in case, because that's really what you want to do. That's another way to counter an RPG. But RPGs are really good if you know how to use them. So yeah, same thing. I just sort of, the storm is actually about to shrink, so I try and get into the circle until I start getting shot. Then I sort of, you know, wall a bit out the storm eye. And yeah, so I just sort of stay there just for a second. This is like my temporary house for the next like 30 seconds or something. And once again, same game. You just gotta carry on sniping if you can. So I'm pretty awful at sniping, if I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm by no means a good player. So I don't get many shots here, but I'm pretty good at being defensive, as you saw there. You have to react really quick if you're getting sniped at. And here I just noticed, this is the important part about having sound on. You need sound, and you need it quite loud, because I heard the person building. And they dropped an RPG and the Epic Scar. And like that was really good for me, and this could have, this should have been where I won the game. But unfortunately, as you'll see in a second, I was stupid enough to screw this up. And I know exactly why now. I'm just going to speed up this clip of me building. But it's like, I make such a stupid mistake, which can be avoided if you just don't panic. But yeah, it's sort of an RPG battle now. I try and break down some bases that the other two people are going to. And at the moment, I'm still aware, as you see, I'm looking behind me just of the other person in case he comes. But unfortunately, as you'll see in a second, I don't do this well enough because, well, you'll see that in a second. But yeah, so you just got an RPG. I wouldn't go for supply drops because it's sort of dangerous. And then here we go. I hear the person behind me. I didn't really look hard enough, it seems. So I just about run out of here, and I have to start going aggro. Now, this is where I'm going to slow this click down. Once I miss this first shotgun, I 100%, what I should have done here was switch to my RPG or AR and try and get a shot there, because I was just failing so badly. So like an RPG would have just wiped him out, but unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough for that, and I got killed. Hope this video helped you, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.